Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here. I have to say that it is with a heavy heart that I bring you the final piece of DLC for Dishonored called the Brigmore Witches. I say it's with a heavy heart because there will be no content created beyond this point for Dishonored, and I really enjoyed this game. Now, we have gone through a couple of different protagonists. We started as Corvo in the main game, and then we transitioned to playing Daud, the assassin, in the two pieces of DLC, being the Knife of Dunwall and the Brigmore Witches. So I'm excited to see what happens here. This is going to involve Delilah from the previous DLC, and she is running this gang called the Brigmore Witches. I'm not sure about anything beyond that, but the only question I want to ask you guys is, I'm just curious as to your opinions on the better protagonist between Corvo and between Daud, because both dramatically different, though they share some similarities. So I'm curious to know your thoughts on that. Before we get going here, I just want to say thanks for all the support in advance, and let's have some fun with the Brigmore Witches. So I should show you this as well. A save game of the Knife of Dunwall has been found. You can use your progression in the Brigmore Witches. You will retrieve your equipment and powers. So I am going to do that. I did have a low chaos run. If you guys are new to my channel, I tend to focus on stealth as much as I can and a lot of exploration. So I am going to actually use the save. There are a few decisions that I had to make near the end of the Knife of Dunwall that may come into be a factor in the Brigmore Witches. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you haven't played the Knife of Dunwall, then go check out that series that I did so that you're fully up to date and you know all the decisions that I'm bringing into the Brigmore Witches. So we're going to go with the low chaos save. Okay, now we have to make a decision. I'm gonna play on Veteran. I could play on probably Elite, but just because it's a Let's Play, I wanted to keep things going rather smoothly for everybody. Troubled sleep. You've been ill at ease ever since you assassinated Empress Jessamine Caldwin and aided in the abduction of her daughter, Emily.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch. Corvo, here to settle our debt.
Oh, look at this.
You understand, I won't make this easy for you.
Oh, like right off the bat here, we've got action. Okay, so what do I have available to me? I have some wrist bowl bolts and blink. And I do have a little bit of health. But aside from that, I don't really have any other powers. Whoa. Oh! Come on over here, Corvo. I did not know it was gonna throw us right into something like this. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Woohoo! That's pretty sick.
What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
That is bizarre. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of these books, and there were a lot of books in the other DLC as well. I'll go through them because I think it could be important to the story. So, Potterstead Gristol, a small town, but the locals are charming and the ale is unmatched. Be certain to visit during the month of winds for their pennant festival. What's interesting about Dishonored is they have these different months that actually coincide with months as we know them. So month of winds, I don't know which month that is referencing, but it does actually follow a timeline. Dunwall Gristol, notes on the capital city could fill a dozen such volumes. All delights exist in Dunwall if you've got the coin, and all miseries if you're broke. Unless you're well connected through someone in Dunwall Tower, one of the key families, the City Watch or Riffle Patrol, make sure your permits are in order. Otherwise, you're likely to have your cargo seized by the port authorities for any reason they care to concoct. Morley Kilkenny. While the harbor master here is particular about the kinds of goods you're carrying, the rest of the town is more lax. I'll kind of summarize some of these. Tivia Yarrow, the cold here will snatch the breath from your lungs, but is met in equal strength by the civility of its well-mannered citizens. Cozy taverns, northern food. It's hard to make a friend here. Caleros or Konos, the city is crowded in the warmer months, and for good reason. You'll find yourself shoulder to shoulder with scantily clad locals. Hey, hey. The food in Calero is a shining example of Serkonan cuisine. And Karnaka Serkonis, the jewel of the south of the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry. Alright, cool. We've got an ingot, which is just money, basically. A corrupted charm. This is interesting. This is new. Okay. Corrupted bone charms are powerful bone charms that come with a cost. Locate them like normal bone charms by listening for the song they emit or with the Void Gaze power. Equip them in the Bone Charms tab of the journal. Interesting. So let's check this out. It looks like I probably have all of my other bone charms from my Knife of Dunwall. Now, does it tell me which one is corrupted? Tank, yeah, this one, okay. Damage taken overall is reduced, or damage taken is reduced. Overall movement speed is reduced. Okay, so reducing damage, but then I gotta move slower. That's interesting. I don't plan on taking a lot of damage, but let's get a couple of things going here. So I've got more mana with the Blood of Oxheart. Choking is faster, that helps quite a bit. And some of these are just silly. Food heals you more, Water of Life. Let's see how the tank does, just to throw it on there and experiment a little bit. Let's see how much slower we actually move. And we got a note from Billie. Now this is important because Billie was like our, I don't want to really spoil a whole lot if you haven't played the first part, but Billie was involved with us fairly directly, and we had to make a choice regarding her at the end. I do have to say, because it'll probably come up, that I chose to spare her life. So, Daud, no need to waste breath with apologies or excuses. You taught me that. All I can say is that as soon as I left Dunwall, my head felt clear, maybe for the first time. You told me once that people like us burn hot, then burn up. We don't get a chance to start over. No long days in the sun, but I know you, Daud. Despite all the blood on your hands, you've been stashing coin. No one does that if they're not holding on to something. You've got some kind of plan, some hope for a new life. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't, but that's what you gave me when you let me walk away. The one thing you said that wasn't possible, and I will never forget that. When the time comes, and it will, I hope you're watching close so you get that chance too. I left a book for you. The world is big, bigger than I knew. There are lots of places where an old man like you could disappear. And that was the book that we actually picked up first, called This Ports of Call. So, very cool that we're already seeing some carryover from Billie. Cobbled bits of bone. Excerpt from a journal covering various occult artifacts. Okay. I don't want to, what I'll do is I'll review that maybe later on, because I want to get into this a little bit and give you guys an idea of what you can understand, or an idea of what's going on in this DLC. Now, we do hear something. So we've actually got a rune right underneath us. You can hear that interesting sound that it makes. Bonded Galvani Weave. Collect blueprints to unlock new upgrades and equipment at the start of the next mission. Sounds good to me. Galvani Resin. Another book. And I will go through these books in more detail, but I just want to get things going, so. Money works for me. Nice. Runes, if you don't know, they give you special upgrades once you collect a certain amount. I don't know if all my runes will carry over from the first one. I believe I had a bunch left over at the end. Let's see here. So what is this? We got a new one. See, check this out. I already have 6 runes, so all my runes did carry over. That's really cool. And I believe I was originally saving them for bend time, because if I go to level 2, then I can stop time completely instead of just slowing it. It's very, very handy. But this is new. So pull inanimate objects towards you from a distance. Consumable items are used or stored immediately. That's cool. Level 2 is pull living things and bodies towards you. When enemies are pulled close enough, they are suspended in air. Oh, that is sick. Okay, all these other ones are normal. We've seen all of these before. So I'm actually going to invest in pull here. Level 1, grab inanimate objects from afar. Items, money, level 2. So same thing we just read. I could actually go straight to level 2 right now. Do I want to do that? I think I might. Pull living things and bodies towards you. I'm doing it. Why not? Okay. Now, I needed to talk to Thomas down here. It looks like he's over there. But there's all of these books. I may just do a whole separate video on just the books. Because there's a lot right now. And maybe this is just kind of a refresher of what's going on around here, but... Alright, let's talk to this guy here, and then there's a rune over there I want to go check out.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for a second.
At your pleasure.
There's a couple of things around here I want to check out, actually. So when you go into your Void Gaze, it shows you all these hidden things around you, like this rune. If I wouldn't have checked for that earlier, I would have known it was here and I probably would have just left.
Corvo's out there, Daud. It's a matter of time before he shows up here.
So, I'm wondering if that little Corvo thing, like, what was that?
Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have... Mind me. It's Billie's doing that the Overseers found us. That wasn't Daud.
Daud should have caught it. And now Witches. He's not the man he was.
Quiet. You're going to get us killed.
Yeah, like I'm right here. Alright, so we got another rune, which I will probably end up saving. The Knife of Dunwall, A Survivor's Tale. This is a street pamphlet containing a sensationalized sighting of the assassin Daud. That'll be interesting. So I will actually do a whole separate video just on the books. Because if I didn't, that's all we'd be doing right now is reading. But I do think it's important to fully flesh things out.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't to that.
Alright, so it looks like we've got everything in the vicinity. There is this over here. Let's check out how this pull works. And I'll actually arm this, because I'll probably use it quite regularly. Oh yeah, okay. This is like the lazy man's tool. Alright, so I'm gonna set up my my abilities a bit differently than the way that they currently are. I'll go up for Void Gaze, and then there we go. Summoning the Assassin, I don't know. I don't think it's as strong of an ability.
They say he let Rothwild live. Is Daud getting soft?
Rothwild's not coming back anytime soon. You should spend more time thinking about your form.
Oh yeah, it disappeared before I could talk to you. Why don't you do that? Great. The Royal Spy Master. All right, it's good to go. I think I grabbed this already. Maybe not. Thomas's journal. A mystery given to Daud by the face he sees in his dreams and whose voice he hears while kneeling at the shrines hidden in the lost part of the city. That's cool. Our troubles began with the name Delilah. All right.
Is it time to go, sir?
It is. Okay, so interesting. That was everything for that first section. Now, it might seem like that's probably really short. Well, and it is. But that was basically to introduce us to the story, I think. So, obviously, we didn't kill anybody. Overall chaos was quite low. Defeated Corvo in a dream, so it was a dream. It wasn't... I thought it was actually replicating the end of Dishonored at the confrontation. We did find both the runes, both the corrupted, or the, not both the charms. We found the one charm that we could. No shrines, and we actually found all the coins. So, pretty good start. When we come back, it looks like we're heading to Coldridge Prison. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Probably the episode after that, I'll go through and read all the books, or maybe I'll upload the episode at the same time as Coldridge Prison. But hopefully you guys are looking forward to this. I'm stoked. I actually really love Dishonored, and I love the whole series and what they've done with it. I think the stories are really great, and I'm excited to see what they do with this and how they're gonna wrap things up. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye.